What's happening, guys? Lightning Snow back today with another video. Today we are ending the Kakashi Trilogy that I've been doing for the past couple weeks with my buddy Daigo Knight. Say hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So again, today it is the Kakashi of the Hokage versus the other Hokage of the Elite Village. We're going through 1 through 6, technically, of the Hokage. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Now, a lot of you, Daigo is because I had to show him some feats from the novel. A lot of people haven't read the novels, and that's up to discretion because I haven't read all the light novels myself. But me being a Kakashi fan, obviously I'm to read them. But so if you don't really consider the Kakashi novels as canon, I mean that's up. But we are going to be discussing in this video. So if you don't know what his feats are, we'll go ahead and explain them as we go on to this video. Because I mean there's not a whole lot to go over, but there are some new jutsus that he has that are pretty insane. Daigo, whenever you read.
Yeah, they're pretty good feats for Kakashi. Though I always like to take them a little bit of a grain of salt because the light novel statements tend to be a bit hyperbolic.
Which I can definitely
for the
agree.
titular character.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that because it's tough to read them and then kind of picture them without them being put onto the manga page. And so, but yeah, I said that's what we're gonna do though. We're gonna again, if you don't agree, because if you don't like the novels, that's up to you. But that's just going forward, that's what we're gonna. So we'll go ahead and do 1 through 7, so in numerical order. So number 1 we have Hashirama, and I think this is gonna be pretty cut and dry. I mean, as strong as this Kakashi is now, I don't think he's beaten Hashirama. Hashirama is a monster. Daigo, you want to say?
You just have to take a look at his 1,000-arm Buddha statue that's pretty much the size of the Leaf Village. It can punch you from every single direction, and even if you say, well, maybe Kakashi can dodge every single one of those punches coming at him,
that'd be kind of generous.
Is he actually gonna be able to deal any damage to Hashirama that Hashirama's not gonna be able to heal out of?
Yeah. Best case scenario,
tough,
best case scenario, and that's just if he did the 1,000-arm Buddha statue, best case for Kakashi in that respect, if he summoned his purple lightning the way, because in one of the novels, the way that he uses purple lightning, because it's used in several different, but the way he uses it in this novel specifically, it almost sounds similar to Kirin, it's a giant lightning strike, and so maybe he'd be able to do some pretty 1,000-arm Buddha statue, but he's expending a good bit of chakra on that one attack just to deal with the statue, and that's I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, Hashirama didn't expend a whole lot of chakra on that statue. I'm pretty sure he's still
he
okay.
seemed pretty alright.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it would even come to that. Hashirama wouldn't really need Sage Mode. He is relative in speed to Madara without Sage. Hashirama, he is almost, in that tier of Six Paths characters.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He did take one look at Jubito and said, yeah, he's stronger than me, but, still.
There's an argument to be had that Hashirama had a chance against him. Madara was pretty confident he would be able to take Jubito out.
Yeah.
And Hashirama has Sage Mode, meaning that he actually can tag Jubito. So, yeah, sorry Kakashi, but that's too tough.
At the end of the day, Hashirama just outlasts Kakashi in chakra. Even though this Kakashi has more chakra to draw from now, this is Hashirama we're talking about. So
yeah, no, the guy is almost an endless pool of chakra.
I'm about to say he might as well just have an infinite chakra reserve. But
yeah, the thing, when you're watching the Madara versus Hashirama fight, especially when you're reading the manga and they're doing casual attacks that are carving out mountaintops, you're just how do they have so much chakra? And you're yeah, it's Hashirama and Madara. It makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So now we'll go on to Tobirama, and this is where the fight's a little bit more grounded. And me and Daigo kind of agreed that this fight, because look, here's the thing, Tobirama has the bad luck of being inconsistent.
Yeah, there are two schools of thought when you talk about Tobirama in terms of strength. He's either a godlike shinobi or he's trash. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Because he has good feats and he has terrible anti-feats.
Well, no, you can ask Daigo though. I was hyping Tobirama up for this video, I really was, and then he's well, he did get beat by the Kinkaku Force. I was that's true, because and now granted, it wasn't just the Kinku brothers. It was 20 other ninja who are at least Jonin level. if not like, but still though, like he mentioned to me earlier, like let's put Minato in that position. Like Minato would have slaughtered them all. So like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at what, like, if you assume, which is a very fair assumption, that Ginkaku and Kinkaku are the strongest members of their own squad, Inoshikacho was sealing one of them, and Daoroi was sealing the other one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, Tobirama, you kind of fumbled the ball in there. I don't know.
And if we're gonna power scale like that, then like, could y'all really see this Kakashi losing to either one of those people? Like either Team Inoshikacho or Daoroi or the Kinkaku Silver Brothers.
I mean, I would even argue that part 1 Kakashi would solo any of it.
I'm saying, so like, yeah, so.
But that's, and also there's another very, big anti-feat for Tobirama in the war when the God Tree is coming out and about to kill Naruto, and Tobirama's like, oh, I'm not fast enough to reach Naruto, and Hiruzen's just like, just let me do it, and he's kind of saves Naruto.
I'm about to say, immediately got him out of there.
Like, I can't do anything about it. I don't know.
So like, if we're gonna like highball Tobirama though, like, and be like a little bit more lenient towards him, because I really don't want to sleep on him, because I know Tobirama's smart and he's strong, he's fast, but as far as
tagging Jubito, like he has some very good feats too.
Yeah, so I'm like, again, it's the inconsistency. So like, if we're gonna highball him a bit, I do think this fight's tough, but with Kakashi's defenses, I don't, because he's not as good at teleporting with Flying Raijin as he admitted in the War Arc. So with this Kakashi having like a bit more speed, like he has better speed feats in the novels. He went toe to toe with an opponent, made sport of the Raikage's 50% like speed and strength. And again, this Kakashi just effortlessly beat. And so that kind of puts him relative to the Raikage. Now, I'm not saying he's as fast as the Raikage, but I think as far as his reaction time, it's exponential, like significantly better than it was in the War Arc. So, and with Kakashi's defenses, like I said earlier, the way his Purple Lightning is being used at one point in the Boruto anime, it's almost like Kakashi, but Sasuke's Chidori Stream. Like, he uses it from his body as like a defensive move. So if somehow Tobirama was able to mark Kakashi with the Flying Raijin and try to blitz him from behind or something like that, and Kakashi's quick enough to react, he can use Purple Lightning to knock back Tobirama. Not like kill Tobirama, but knock him back and, again, just use that as a defensive maneuver against Flying Raijin. So, like, I don't know. And Flying Raijin's one of the biggest movesets for Tobirama. So, and if we're just going off of Tobirama's other skill set, which is his water style jutsu, this, like, Kakashi's going to completely eclipse him, because he's got a new jutsu called Fire Style Water Mist Jutsu, which is a giant flaming phoenix that Kakashi can just shoot from his own hand, like on the fly. And from when the book describes it, it sounds like the phoenix like remains on the field and just shoots out like powerful fire attacks, which was able to beat a water style ninja tool from the Sage of the Six Paths. So not only is that thing super strong in its own right, but it's also elemental disadvantage towards Kakashi's attack, and Kakashi's attack was still able to pretty much overpower it. So I don't know, all things considered, I think Kakashi beats out Tobirama. It's a tough fight, but we also did agree that if Tobirama was to push to the brink in this fight and hit the panic button, that he would probably resort to using it. So I don't know who he'd summon, but I mean, it's kind of up in the air. So I honestly think that like Kakashi takes it, but again, if he hit the panic button and summoned Edo Tensei, I don't know who he'd summon, but
yeah, there are like people that he could summon from the Warring States period that he probably found in the battlefield, and he had their DNA. You have to assume there were some powerful shinobis who were able to fight against the Senju and the Uchiha back in the day.
Yeah.
Of course, his Edo Tensei wasn't as powerful as Orochimaru's or, of course, Kabuto's.
Yeah.
But it's much more implied that he used them as, essentially fodder to explode in the middle of the battlefield with his explosive tags.
Yeah.
And that's the jutsu's function in there. And that jutsu's pretty powerful. Like, it's destroying Hashirama's gates in the war arc.
Yeah, so I could honestly see that happening, especially if he gets Tandem Paper Bomb on Kakashi. Kakashi's not walking away from that. Like, I don't think... I honestly say that, like, Kakashi would probably kick the bucket after that. I mean, I think
it's fair to say that.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, I mean... Well, and then as far as the Edo Tensei, like if they weren't using Tandem Paper Bomb, and I think Kakashi could summon some clones to deal with them. Because I also forgot to mention that Kakashi now has pretty sufficient medical ninjutsu too. Like he practiced medical ninjutsu during the years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot to bring that up to you. I forgot about. But it's not like Sakura level. But I mean,
it's just like decent enough to patch
mitigate.
you up.
Yeah, mitigate some. Probably like Ino level, I'd say. Like maybe right around the same level as Ino, because Ino knows some medical ninjutsu, but obviously she's not Sakura level either. So, so I think that Kakashi does take it like more often than not. But again, I do think, me personally, I think this is a tough fight because I don't want to sleep on Tobirama. But then again, the inconsistencies that we have to keep in mind here. So it's up to opinion, but if I'm gonna do 1 to 10, I'd say Kakashi takes this about 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah, I'll say 6 to 7, probably.
Okay.
I'm leaning more towards Tobirama, but I think that's fair. Especially if you lowball Tobirama. I mean, if you like, the highest highball I've seen people giving Tobirama is that he is actually faster than KCM Minato in the war arc because he reacts faster to him when Jubito is about to destroy them with his truth-seeking orbs.
True.
But there's also the argument that Minato was shocked and wasn't reacting very well, and that's true because he was pretty much taken aback by Obito being the evil guy.
Yeah, I would say it's
behind everything.
Isn't it like in the data book something like that? Like Naruto kind of pulls him out
that
of
he was dazed.
Yeah.
Minato was dazed and he couldn't do much stuff.
Yeah.
So and Minato, he saw the truth-seeking orb in that situation. He was just like, oh, what do I do about it? And Tobirama was quicker about it. And
I would say Tobirama was more objective in that fight, so he wasn't really distracted by any like feelings or whatever. He was just like, his mind was preoccupied on the battle. So yeah, I could totally agree with you on that one. So now we go on to Hiruzen, and I know in the past, because I've done a video about this like one specifically, and in that video I'm pretty sure I said like it's a 50-50 because I think Kakashi and Hiruzen are pretty much the same person. Like honestly, it's funny, I made a joke to somebody a long time ago that I feel like this Kakashi is an example of what Prime Hiruzen could have been like almost as an example of what Prime Hiruzen, just like how long Kakashi can last in battle, how strong he is, how smart he is, how much
every element transformation.
I would say all the jutsu he has at his disposal. Like I think this is like a good example of what Prime Hiruzen could have been like. But if we're gonna have to like use what we know as far as feats, both from the War Arc and Part 1, I think Kakashi does take this more often than not. I mean, I really hate saying that old Hiruzen gets curb stomped, but I mean, I don't want to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, you can ask Daigo. Like I gave him like a good bit of credit because it's still not easy to take on 3 Kage level opponents at the same time, which Hiruzen was doing. Now, obviously, the Edo Tensei, Tobirama, and Hashirama were like severely nerfed, but they were still.
That was like 1% Hashirama at most.
But like we can both agree that like it's low Kage level. Like they were still. Yeah. So still like. And then fighting with Orochimaru too, so like they're no joke. Like old Hiruzen's still no joke, but this Kakashi is. I'm sorry, I can't. Like this is my favorite version of Kakashi just because how freaking crazy. So like, with the amount of chakra that he has, I think he can summon as much clones as he needs to be able to like deal with any kind of trouble.
Keep up,
yeah, and
also, if you compare Hiruzen's feats against Jubito, which is a pretty good, way to see how the characters can fare against extremely powerful opponents, he doesn't do well at all. Like, if you compare what he did to Jubito with Minato and Tobirama, he tosses a couple of shuriken that he enlarged the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu.
Yeah.
Shadow Clone Shuriken Jutsu. And like, sure, Jubito just blitzes through them, touches Hiruzen, and one-shots him with his good Odama, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he did in the fight.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kakashi has a jutsu that's beaten out as Sage of the Sixth Path. So, I mean, now granted, it's obviously not, but like, you get my point. Like, this Kakashi, like, is, I don't know. But
of course, I mean, Hiruzen curb stomps because he has a roof tile Shuriken Jutsu.
Yeah.
That's unbeatable.
I mean, Kakashi wouldn't know what to do, bro. He was like, bro, you just destroyed my house. What are you doing? Like, I mean, Hiruzen does have King Monkey Emna, and I guess that's...
he's a good summon.
Yeah, they're definitely
good.
worse summons, but I feel like all the dogs combined, like...
I think, like, Enma definitely, like, he destroys Kakashi's dogs.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna make that much of a difference because Enma kind of acts as Hiruzen's staff, and sure he can change his shape to fight better, but I still see Kakashi having an edge against Hiruzen.
I hate to say this, but like if Hiruzen went for the staff Enma version, like Kakashi can just chop right through that with purple lightning. I'm just saying.
I don't know. That's pretty. Enma's body is said to be like really durable.
I know, but I don't know. That purple lightning. I don't know. That purple lightning said to be stronger than Chidori.
I don't think Chidori would even do anything to this. I think the staff can block, but yeah.
Because like Eminem was worried that the blade from Orochimaru was gonna hurt him. I don't know. Like I don't know. I guess it's up to discretion because we haven't really seen Eminem fight as a staff a whole lot. Because I'm actually kind of curious why Hiruzen didn't bring him out in the war arc, but
he did. He did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, when he was saving Naruto.
Oh, that's right. He did bring him out. I meant like in the monkey form, I guess. Like he didn't bring him out in the monkey.
Yeah, I guess the monkey form. He doesn't really fight that much in the monkey form.
Yeah,
to be honest,
he's
more of a staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like punching Hashirama in the face. I was like, dude, your summon is like punching the God of Shinobi.
I'm just saying, like, hey, if you want to use the staff, by all means. But so yeah, I think. I mean, what would you say?
Kakashi has this one.
1 out of 10. What do you think, Doug?
Like if I'm being charitable to Hiruzen, I'd say 8, but maybe 9 or even 10 or even 9.5. I don't know. I think there may be a chance for Hiruzen because he's supposed to know every single jutsu in the Leaf Village, so maybe like Shadow Possession. I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. He may know that, but then, like I said, like if that does happen and Hiruzen tries, I think Kakashi can still use the purple lightning from his body and any kind of defensive maneuver that he needs. So I don't know. I think he might be able to get out of that one, but
stuff, yeah.
So yeah, I think Kakashi takes this one at the end. So now we'll go on to Minato, and this, I told Daigo, this was the one that this was like the entire reason I was going to do this whole Kakashi trilogy part, is because I think this fight is the craziest. It's not in terms of crazy as in it's going to be an all-out like chaos, but because of the new one-shot Minato manga, I think we have a little bit more to go off of with Minato because he battled the freaking 9 tails. Even though he did have Kushina helping him, inside Kushina, still the fact that he was canceling out a tail beast bomb from the 9 tail
with his first Rasengan, used mid fight.
No, I think he's no joke. Which we all know that Minato's no joke. We always knew that. But I did a video about this before. This one specific, and I was saying in that video, I'm pretty sure I said 50-50, but I was leaning more towards Minato because Minato still has speed over Kakashi. Even though this Kakashi's reaction time and overall speed is significantly better than it was in the war arc, it's still Minato. Like Minato is still the fastest shinobi, pre KCM2 Naruto, I suppose. But like still, if Minato is able to mark Kakashi, the only thing that I think that Kakashi would be able to feasibly do is the same scenario I put with Tobirama with the Purple Lightning defensive maneuver. But as good as that is for a scenario, it's a lot less likely than Tobirama hitting Kakashi than Minato, because Minato is, again, better at teleporting than Tobirama by Tobirama. So I think Minato's a lot more likely to get a hit on Kakashi with Flying Raijin than Tobirama.
Yeah, he also has the Rasengan pretty hard. Minato's just... I don't really see Kakashi being able to hit him because he's so slippery with his Flying Raijin.
Yeah.
The only way I can see is like Kakashi pulling this amazing strategy with Shadow Clones, several different jutsus. But even still, Minato is very intelligent too. He can figure things out mid-fight.
Yeah.
Like, he took 2 minutes to counter Kamui, an ability that took the main characters like I don't know how many chapters, and it was only countered by them because Kakashi also had Kamui in the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, I think that Kakashi and Minato have like really crazy feats as far as like showing their intelligence, because like you said, it took Minato like 2 minutes to figure out Kamui, and then in Kakashi's case, it took him like almost the same amount of time to figure out what Pain's ability. Like he saw Pain's ability twice, and it was like, oh, so that's what it is, and he immediately devised a counterattack for it. So like both Minato and Kakashi have like, it's crazy how fast they think on the fly, and so like you said, Kakashi might be able to come up with a strategy with clones or like the fire style water mist jutsu, the flaming bird, like that could distract Minato for a good bit. But I again, like you said, all Minato really has to do is throw like 10 plus kunais on the battlefield. I don't know. It'll be tough for Kakashi to keep up. As fast as Kakashi is now,
he can just hop around.
Yeah. As fast as this Kakashi is now, it's still Minato. So, I don't know. And if we're gonna add the 10 seconds plus ish of Sage mode, like, I mean, that's kind of...
Yeah, I don't really see Minato using that because he never does. He only uses that against Chubidara because it's the only way he can hit him. Yeah. But even still, like, there's also, and I brought this up before, the thematic argument that Kakashi was always the guy telling Naruto, "You're the only person capable of surpassing the fourth Hokage." Yeah. So if Kakashi surpasses the fourth Hokage, you're like, so I mean, you also surpass him. It's not that fun anymore. Now, of course, you can say that DMS Kakashi definitely surpassed Minato, but that was a very special occasion for 5 minutes. I don't really see Hokage Kakashi surpassing for the fourth Hokage, the guy that Kakashi was always telling Naruto, you have to surpass him because you're the only person that can do it.
Yeah, which I definitely agree. Like I said, I told Daigo I agree with that, but like I still think that Minato does have a tough time against Kakashi, you know, one way or the other. Like, I don't think that, like, I don't know, because I gave him a good point that like Kakashi knows how Minato fight. Now I'm not saying that's a guarantee, like, oh, I'm safe. Like, absolutely not. Like, just because you know how someone fights doesn't mean you're guaranteed that you're gonna be able to beat them. But it does kind of give Kakashi more of a benefit in a fight like this because he knows how.
Yeah, you could also make the same argument for Minato, but in a lesser extent because he was Kakashi's sensei. But yeah.
So like, I
they would have some knowledge to each other. Like Kakashi would have more knowledge about Minato's abilities because Minato wouldn't know like Purple Lightning, for example. But there's some knowledge in there. Yeah.
So I definitely agree with Daigo. I think that Minato does win. We're kind of at odds with how much we think Minato takes it. Daigo says he's like 9 to 10 out of 10. Minato takes it. I'm leaning more towards 7, like 7 out of 10. I think Kakashi does have a couple.
And I'm really not saying that because I don't like Kakashi. I actually prefer Kakashi over Minato as a character. I just think Minato has a better chance here.
And I definitely see Daigo's point. Like I like we're friendly. We get it. Like I told him like I told him like honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, like there's a chance I'm just trying to like hype my boy up. But I do definitely think this Kakashi is. I think people need to like just understand how strong and crazy this Kakashi is. I just think it'd be kind of cool to see these two scrap in a hypothetical like someone needs to make a fan-made video about these two fighting. Like I'm not kidding around. So yeah, that's pretty much it for us at the Minato. So now we'll go on to Tsunade, and again, like
Tsunade carb stomps.
Yeah, I don't. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, to be fair, like I don't want to sleep on Tsunade because Tsunade is no joke. But.
And we're gonna use Tsunade, the one who fought against Madara, who's the strongest version of the character by far.
Yeah, and I mean, she was cut in half and still alive. Like, bro, like, what? Like,
that Senju DNA.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Like, Hashirama did something right, and so I mean, but that's the thing though, is like, she was KO after that. She couldn't do anything, and so if Kakashi's able to bisect her with Purple Lightning in any way, then.
Or cut her head off.
Oh, cut her head off.
More effective.
I mean, if this is Kakashi and he's in character, I'm pretty sure he wants to cut Tsunade a break. Just not.
I mean, yeah, but if we have to assume they're going at each other with killing intent.
I say if the gloves are off.
The perps, yeah.
Yeah. So, and like you said, Daigo's like she has nothing long range like whatsoever besides Katsuyu's acid. But like, what's that gonna do? Like Kakashi.
I guess she can throw rocks at him too, like. Take them from the ground and throw them.
I mean, yeah, but you know that mud wall. But again, that's another thing too is that like Tsunade has no speed feats whatsoever, and she has no other jutsu. So what Kakashi could do if he really wanted to play it safe is summon his super like quartz mud wall that he does in the books that surrounds like a whole village, and just summon the fire style water mist jutsu and roast Tsunade alive. Like
yeah, but like. The problem with Tsunade is that she can withstand a lot of damage. She can power through a lot of stuff. Like, she had two massive Susanoo swords impaling her,
and she's still
at
moving.
one point.
Yeah,
and she was like still like punching down the Susanos. It's pretty crazy. So she doesn't. She's not bothered by pain or anything like that. The thing is, Kakashi can just run circles around her pretty much.
Like
in the fight against Madara, she was like, "I'm gonna attack Madara now," and Madara was arms crossed, just waiting for her to come and using the ribcage to protect himself. She wasn't even trying to dodge her or anything, and he was like, "Oh, okay, Tsunade is slower than the Raikage, but she is stronger."
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So with this Kakashi being at least relative to the Raikage, she is not going to be able to hit him like whatsoever, and conversely, Kakashi is going to be able to use any kind of long range projectile or long range jutsu, including Purple Lightning, to just knock her back, and then eventually, I mean, as infinitely durable as Tsunade can be, she's going to run out of chakra at the very least. So worst case scenario, Kakashi can just outlast her 100 healings, and once he sees an opening, he's going to capitalize on it immediately.
And maybe you could make an argument that even though this Kakashi has a lot more chakra than, Shippuden Kakashi, Tsunade would have more chakra than him, just because she's a Senju and all that stuff. She lasted for a long time against Madara with 100 healings active.
Yeah.
She activated during the day. It was like I don't know exactly in universe the time of the day it was, but it looked like 6 p.m. or something, and the fight ended during the night.
Yeah.
So like that was some serious time she maintained that up.
Yeah.
But still, like I still can see Kakashi healing her way before that happens. Like way before any of them run out of chakra.
Yeah. So I'd say nah. I'll say if I'm being generous to Tsunade, I'll say 8 out of 10. Because if let's be honest, if Tsunade lands a couple punches on Kakashi, he's gonna be feeling it. Like
it's gonna knock him out.
Like Tsunade's punches are no joke. So I mean,
and like if she can touch Kakashi at all, like she can use the jutsu she used on Kabuto in part 1 that makes his nerves system all wacky.
But I mean, if Kabuto can figure it out that quickly, I feel like Kakashi should be able to figure out like
that's fair.
So yeah, I said 8 out of 10 if I'm being generous to Tsunade. So now we'll go on to Naruto, and I don't think we have to go too far into this one either, because we're gonna be
stomps.
Yeah, for real. Like, come on now. But as much as I like to say that, no, we're gonna be using Naruto that has the 9 tails. Like, we're not gonna be using like current Naruto. I don't think that's kind of fair, but I say it's not fair.
Barely even saw him fight at all, anyways. So.
Yeah, so I mean, no. I was gonna say like maybe like a 1 out of 10, but I don't, because I mean, what's Kakashi gonna be able to do? Because like Naruto already has like crazy regenerative power capabilities anyway. So like,
yeah, man. If I'm trying to make Kakashi win this, I'll say that Naruto wasn't even able to create a shadow clone to go take care of Boruto and Himawari, so he didn't even have chakra for that.
Which is weird. So I told Daigo
he's pretty fodder,
Yeah, I told Daigo this too. Like, he's an Uzumaki, man. Like, if anybody should have freaking chakra, it's this man. Like,
he was sending like 100 clones to the war battlefields.
Yeah,
and they were fighting Kage opponents. And
I think Naruto. I think
he can't send a clone to his house.
I think Boruto era Naruto, has the inconsistency luck of Tobirama. Like,
I think it's much more so than Tobirama.
I'm gonna say it's probably even worse than Tobirama, because like I'm just watching Naruto fight sometimes. I'm like, bro, no, what happened to you?
He gets stagged by Shin Uchiha's sword attack when he controls Sasuke's sword, and Naruto's just looking at the sword dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't understand it. But bottom line, I think that this Naruto that has the 9 tails and probably some of the other tail beasts' chakra in him still, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I mean, I just don't see this Kakashi as strong as this Kakashi is. Naruto's on a whole other plane. So, yeah. So I think Naruto takes this one 10 out of 10 times. I'm not even gonna. I can't even give it to my boy one time if I wanted to.
And we still have one more to go. We have the 8th Hokage, Shikamaru.
Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe, I guess we could. Yeah, we could do that. I mean, there's not much to say.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's true. I mean, I can't even say much about it though, because I feel like Shikamaru's just as fodder as everybody else is in this series. Like, if anybody got
what does Shikamaru have? He has a shadow possession jutsu, and well, he's not very smart in the Boruto series, but if we take into account Shikamaru's feats in the Naruto series, then he's very smart.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Kakashi here is that he was never present in a single panel of the Boruto manga, so they don't have the chance to make him dumb or anything, because he's not even in the show. I mean, he's in the anime, but, you know, it's filler.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is filler, but whatever. Shikamaru's shadow possession, I think if he catches Kakashi, that could be problematic. Like, Kakashi can't, like, absorb his shadow possession like someone with a Rinnegan would be able to. I think catching Kakashi would be pretty tough.
I think the best case, if Shikamaru does catch Kakashi in a shadow possession, is that maybe his purple lightning can disrupt the shadow, maybe, or either that, or like his body purple lightning can extend long enough to get to Shikamaru
as well.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, Shikamaru's shadow doesn't only paralyze you, but they also attack you with needles, and also the asphyxiation shadow jutsu.
So Kakashi would have to be quick about it, because when he uses the purple lightning from his body, it's whenever the Genin are using a sealing jutsu that looks similar to the shadow possession, or it works similar to the shadow, because it's paralyzing Kakashi, and that's that's the whole reason why Kakashi uses it in the first place. And then the range of it is pretty good, because they were like several feet from Kakashi, and Kakashi used it, and they were all like taken down. But so I'm not saying like that would be the best case scenario for Kakashi if he wants to get out of it. Well, will it work? I don't know.
But catching him would be a problem. I would say there's a chance if Shikamaru comes up with those Shikamaru strategies with 17 different layers.
Yeah.
That they may be able to catch Kakashi off guard, even though it's Kakashi, because Shikamaru is just that guy in the Naruto unit. But other than that, I don't really see Shikamaru doing very well against Kakashi.
No, I don't either, honestly.
Maybe 1 or 2 out of 10.
Yeah, Shikamaru. I mean, if Shikamaru can catch him and he's quick about it, he can cut his head off. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's gonna do it. This whole trilogy was a real like fun treat to do. Thank you, Daigo, for being with me for every one of these videos.
Yeah, for sure. And also, if you haven't watched the other trilogy, go watch them. This is the best trilogy ever since Lord of the Rings. Much better than the Star Wars sequels.
You know what? You're right. I'm just like, I mean, and they're free. You don't have to go and pay a subscription for them. Although you might want to subscribe though, because again, I'm putting out these kind of videos. So yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being through. I'm gonna take a break from Kakashi for a good bit, because this has been a trilogy for me, and so I know I need to take a break from Kakashi. I always say I'm gonna take a break from Kakashi, and then I can never do. I always end up coming back, but I do mean it this time. So I'll be doing a different character next video. And thank you again, Daigo, for being on the channel, and thank you all for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Thank y'all, and good night.